cause I'm in the deep. Don't call me, you already know. I'm on the road and you for the streets.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good off.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
To number 86. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Off play action. Cash. He finds his man, complete. That's 4.
That's another first down. First and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And now they'll be set up with a 1st and goal.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
Well, that's the ratio you say you're okay with,
If
right?
you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. But backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out now comes the offense back onto the field.
Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
From the gun on 3rd down. Cash. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And here now the offense heading back out there.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll go with the keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down. They'll set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
And a first down.
Back to throw here. Pushes past him. Oh, another great move. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Results in a first down.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. Result is a first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, nice move. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. 7-7, our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. As they've got it as we resume action. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They juked him. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Cash. He finds his man. Complete. That's Williamson. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down. Cash. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
He finds his man. Complete. That's Ford. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Again, they turn to Ford. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line. So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Now this offense about ready to take over again.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there. 54 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. But he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
This is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First down. Sets up first down and goes to go.
He'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Dances by him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Williamson. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving. On the ground, it's Ford. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw. Cash. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Cash. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And on now is the punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
That's a gain of 3.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Back to throw again. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
That's another first down.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's got his man in stride. Complete.
The first down.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 12-yard line.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. He'll drop to throw. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. That time, a 9-play drive. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
Fair catch. Signal for
now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
This is Ford. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
At halftime, you have to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They run with 4. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 67 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Off the play fake. Cash. And they're going to get it. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal.
Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Looking to throw. Cash. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
3rd down and goal.
Back to throw. Cash. And he's got it. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
A gain of 6 yards. Brings up 4th down and goal.
They'll try and run forward with 4. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. Extra point splits the uprights. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
At the 34-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And some room to run now. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Is a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
It's 3rd and 7.
Looking to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
Always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that is incomplete here. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it.
Under pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. They'll drop to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Third and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That fifth defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Cash. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw. Cash. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Off play action. Cash. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Fair catch. Signaled for.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
Result is a 1st down.
Inside handoff. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1.
That looked great when he first took off, because in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Back to throw. Cash. He finds his man, complete. That's Williamson.
And a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
A big throw complete into the flat out left. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. At the 31-yard line.
Looking to throw. Cash. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Operating from the gun. Cash. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
1st down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Cash. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter, that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Here's 2nd and 10.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. And now whistles blow here. Play has stopped, and we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And able to get this out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Back to throw. Cash.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Cash. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Operating from the gun. Cash. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. Cash. And he will find his man on the outside.
That's another 1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Cash. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit.
That touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it?
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. So down a couple scores, only one timeout left. You figure they have to get this one. And it looks like this one won't work out. Ham's team able to secure the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Another run on second down, trying to cover up. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for our visitors, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.